everyone. Been off the air for a day or two. Hey, it was Father's Day. Give me a break. So, last time we talked, we had been farming for materials, and we got quite a few materials farmed. Today, I want to show you what you can do with those materials. Now, obviously, you know you can use them for engineering. That's the whole point, is to be able to engineer your ship, engineer the various components of your ship, and get that edge up on everybody else. But there comes a time when you're like, ugh, I don't have this particular component. Where do I go harvest it? Well, you don't necessarily have to go harvest it. What you have to know is where to go to find a materials trader. And like I said before, there's three types of materials traders. There's the manufactured materials, there's the data, and then there is the raw being sulfur and phosphorus and iron and those types of materials. Data being your various scans, which you get with wake scans and you get with scanning other ships. And what we want to talk about today is the materials. So where I'm at, I happen to be at Tesla Terminal. And I know there's Material Trader here, but what you can do, the best way I can say to find a materials trader is to go to and use the tools provided. And the big one is EDDI. Or I'm sorry, EBBD. Let me pull it up here so you can take a look at it. Let's see. There we go. Yep. This is the home page. This is what it looks like. You can see that I'm logged in, so it knows where I'm at. Easiest way to do this is you want to go to stations. And first thing you want to do is you want to put in where you're at. I'm in a Najulian. That's where I'm going to be. And I want to come up here at under commodities. I'm sorry. No, not commodities. Under has facilities, material trader. Now, the bad thing about EBBD is that it won't tell you what type of material trader is available. But this is just a basic get you started. Okay, so I've entered in where I'm at. I've entered in, I'm looking for a material trader. I don't want to include fleet carriers. I will include planetary bases and let's say no permits. And find station. Of course, like I said, it comes up right here, Tesla Terminal, Najulian. I'm right there. Set in terminal, and various other ones down here. The three that I work with are Tesla, Seddon, and Thomas Orbital. Tesla is a materials, Seddon is a data, and Thomas Orbital is a raw. Those are the three that I work with. One of the reasons we picked this station, it's got pretty much central to everything. All right, there is another way to do this, and it's probably a better way because it will tell you exactly. Okay, this is Coriolis, or I'm sorry, Inara. This is Inara. And I'm going to go up here and I'm going to look for, I'm going to do a search. And I'm going to go to nearest. So it still thinks I'm in the Haid sector, which I'm not. I'm in the Julian, NJUL. Julian. Okay, I want to look for material trader. Material trader right here. I like that. Come down here and do a search. Now the nice thing about Inara is that it breaks it down and it tells you this is a manufactured, this is encoded, this is raw. You can see right there again, Tesla terminal, Sedin terminal, Thomas orbital. Those are the three I'm working with. So today we're going to be going to Tesla terminals where I'm already at. We're going to be looking at manufactured. Okay? Simple as that. If you don't have you don't have to have an Inara account, but it helps them out. I highly recommend that you hook up with them, and I'll do a video just on Inara one of these days, or just on the websites that I use. But great tools, absolutely wonderful tools. All right, let's back here. Okay, so get my screen to come up. We're going to go to Starport Services. Starport Services. Hello. There we go. We're going to go to Contacts. It's going to be the same on every station you go to. You're going to go to Starport Services. You're going to go to Contacts. And you'll see right here we have a materials trader. In this case, Ronald Neves. Now, this is where I was talking about the different grades. You grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5. 1 being on the far right, 5 being on, 1 being on the far left, my other right, and grade 5 being on the right. Where we were farming, we weren't necessarily picking up everything. Like I didn't get any chemical storage units. I didn't get any pharmaceutical isolators. I didn't get any military grade alloys. Well, what if I need this stuff? Proto heat radiators. How do you go about getting them? Well, it's as simple as I'm going to upgrade my existing materials. So click on pharmaceuticals, click on chemical manipulators. Now it's a 6-to-1 ratio. So you don't want to go crazy here. And we'll just go ahead with 5 of them. Actually, let me run it down to an even 100. Confirm that. What that did, it took my chemical manipulators, 36 of them, and turned them into pharmaceutical isolators, just like magic. You can also go the other way. I need chemical storage units. I only have 38. Well, I have 187 chemical processors. So I'm going to, now in this case, it's 1 to 6. Actually, it's 1 to 3. Let's just go ahead with 30 of them. There's 10. Confirm trade. That brings me up to 68 chemical storage units. Now you can do this all the way around. You can go, well, I need, you'll notice that it will allow you to pull, like for the chemical or the pharmaceutical isolators. It will only allow you to pull from stuff that you have enough to pull from. Chemical manipulators, chemical distilleries. I can pull from them. I can also pull from heat vanes, but when you do that, when you go diagonal or you go vertical, you're losing because you're going to get, basically it's going to be 36 to 1. You can see the ratio right here, 36 to 1. You get pharmaceutical isolator. So I need 36 of these just to get one pharmaceutical. Not a good choice to do. Not unless you're maxed out at the full, let's see, that would be 150 for this column is the max. 300 for the first column, 250 for the second, 200 for the third, 150, and then 100. So, yes, you can go diagonal, but I would not recommend it. In this case, let's see, I need heat radiators. Again, I can go vertical. It's going to be a 6-to-1 going vertical. It'll take 6 of these to get 1 of those. Or again, I can go diagonal, 36-to-1, 36 chemical manipulators to get 1 proto heat radiator. But you're better going horizontal. Now in this case, 6-to-1 for the heat vanes. So let's go ahead and 5 is plenty. Confirm trade. All right, and you can go with the heat exchange. Go from heat exchangers to the heat radiators. What I like to do in one of the tools that I use, EDDI, I'm able to set the minimum that I want for a particular item and the desired level. Minimum, I usually run at 50. So 50 is my minimum for any one item. I'm not going to say category, but any one item. And then depending on what the maximum is, I'll set my desired level. So if I'm for the grade 1, which is 300 maximum, I set my desired at 250. And so on and so forth down to with the 100 in grade 5 I think I have it set at 75. So it gives you a little wiggle room in there. You don't want an EDDI coming up and bugging you every 5 minutes saying, hey, you're low on this, hey, you're low on that. But what I like to do is I like to try to spread these out. I know that it's going to be easier to get grade 1 materials and grade 2 materials than it is 3, 4s, and 5s. So what I'll do is I'll roll this stuff uphill. So I'll try to keep a minimum of 50 in each category. So we'll take the chemical processors. I got 177, so we'll go 78. Confirm the trade. All right, now chemical manipulators. I'll go from here. Again, I got 88 to play with. 84, 90 is good. Confirm trade. Keeps it just under 100. And pharmaceutical isolators. I got about 15 here. Let's go 18. That's good. And so that evens them out somewhat. Obviously, 20 is not even with 97, but it evens them out somewhat. So as you're out collecting, you're not constantly maxing out on one particular category, because once you max out, obviously you're not going to collect anymore. My personal habit. If it works for you, fantastic. Rock and roll, go for it. If it doesn't work for you, find something that does. That's what it's about. Finding your own niche in the game. Okay, so again, I can go through. I can do these 93. They're pretty much evened out. I got 168 here. Let's roll them uphill. 66, 72. Confirm. Now, obviously, if you're upgrading something and you have a particular need or a particular item, you don't want to take away from that to roll them uphill, as I called them, or roll them downhill. Obviously, you want to keep what you need. So that's how material traders work. Now, for Odyssey, you have the ground aspect, you have the suits and the weapons. Where you'll go then is you'll go to the bartender. And the bartender will be able to do basically the same thing that you're doing right here. You can take stuff that you have a lot of and get stuff that you need. Simple as that. Talk to the bartender. Okay, so let's let's see, 300, 250. We're maxed out on galvanizing, so I want to roll them uphill. We'll go with 100, 180, confirm. And then maxed out here. Let's just go with 108. Okay, so remember it's 300, 250, 200, 150, 100. Those may change. Those maximums may change at some future date. I wouldn't count on it. Roll these uphill. No. Cancel. Oops, cancel. Cancel. Okay, so it won't let you transfer more than you're allowed to have, obviously. Oops. Cancel. Cancel. Okay. He's maxed out, right? 300, 250, 200. All right. He's maxed out. Imperial shooting. Okay. That's even enough for me. Okay, so there's you got your material trader. Exit out, back out, and when you go into do your mods, whether it be depending on what it is. Let's see, something not maxed out on. And I'm only up on one on that one, so that doesn't do me any good. Anyways, so you want to look at stop, go away, go away. You want to look at what you have, and or actually what it costs, what you have, and give it a try, or adjust your core dynamic composites. We have core dynamic composites. Is that a material manufactured? I'm pretty sure it is. Core dynamic composites. Okay, so I can up them, move some, basically roll some uphill. Okay. Now, if I was really desperate and I had, say, exquisite focus crystals maxed out, I might go vertical on, if I don't need these right now, exquisite focus crystals, but I needed the core dynamic composites, would go vertical on that. But try not to do that too much. You're losing a lot, and farming this stuff is so easy. So, okay, so I think you got the idea how to use a material trader when it comes to the engineer's workshop and getting, let's see, we did what? Armor. And in this case, I got military grade composite, heavy duty armor, which I don't put on this ship. Where was it? Yeah, okay, so now I have 6 attempts, 6 tries, the core dynamics. If I were to do that, but I'm not going to at this time. So, all right, folks. So again, that's the second half of the farming, I guess you would say, because obviously farming is getting the materials. What do you do with the materials afterwards? Well, if you didn't get everything that you wanted while farming, you can use your material traders to spread the wealth, so to say. You're going to go to You're going to go and use either Inara or EBBD to find the closest station that has a materials trader. I would suggest Inara to use that because that'll tell you whether it's a encoded, manufactured, or raw. Once you go to the appropriate material trader and you've spread the wealth per se, then you can go and do your engineering upgrades and not worry about running out of materials. Okay, simple as that, folks. If you have any questions on this, any comments about the video, please drop me a line. I haven't heard from anybody. I feel like I'm doing these for just myself. So I thank you all for watching. If you've watched, if you're not watching, you should be watching. Don't forget, I'm using Game Glass, as you see here in this tablet. Game Glass. I'm using the EBBI or EDDI companion. I'm using EBBD database. I'm using Coriolis, and I'm using Inara. Those are the big tools that I use while playing my game. All right, folks, you take care. We'll talk to you later.